right, guys, the next portion of our session is going to be going through our full pitch, okay? So as you can see here, I have something called a plank that we built for my daughter. I'm gonna take you a little bit closer so you can see, okay? So we just put some 2x4s together, brought it off the ground a little bit, okay? It's not very wide, so it's pretty narrow, which allows her to learn to stay on her power line, okay? And we also made these little 2x4s that we cut and put on the mound as well to keep her from turning her foot sideways. So that's gonna force you to push straight forward off that mound without turning your foot so that you drag your toe and not the entire side of your foot, okay? So for our next part, we're gonna go through full mechanics, okay? So you'll be able to watch and go along with me, okay? So go ahead and grab your glove. And we're just gonna do a couple more of those go-go's that we were already doing just to get ourselves started, okay? So remember the things that we're looking at for our go-go's, okay? We're gonna go ahead and step on that mound. They have made the new rule where your foot can be back, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start in that wind-up position. We're gonna wind up, step out, okay, into that 12 o'clock position. Make sure I land at 3 o'clock. My arm is on my cheek, okay, and then pull through. Elbow coming through and facing that target, okay? I'm gonna make sure that I'm dragging my foot every single time, all right? Wind up again, big push, land at 3 o'clock, pull through into your front side. One more time. Hands together, wind up, big push, land at 3 o'clock. Pulling through on my front side, elbow facing my target every single time, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and go through the full pitch, okay? And we're gonna talk about some of the mistakes that we see most often. So one of the mistakes that I see most often is kids closing their hips early, okay? So what that would look like is they're winding up to pitch and their hips are coming through and they're squaring up to their target, okay? Now, remember I said that's the reason that we built this plank, so that it forced you to stay on your power line. The fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line, okay? So I'm gonna show you this pitch from all angles, all right? Okay, pulling through, my elbow is getting through and my arm is getting through before my hip. I'm landing at 3 o'clock every time. Good. One more time. When I go out, I'm making sure that my glove and hand are touching so that both my arms are on my power line. Very good. Okay, now we're gonna transition to that back position so you can see what we're talking about. So you're gonna watch from right behind me. Okay, and what we should see from this back position is that you can see the ball all the way through, okay? So you should see it to the target. Very good, those hips are open, and I'm pulling in a straight line all the way to my target. Okay, same thing again. Very nice. One more time. Very nice. Landing at 3 o'clock, pulling through into my front side, okay? And now I'm just gonna show you from that front side. So you can see that same angle, but we're coming from the front side instead of the back this time. Okay, and you'll see how those hips stay nice and open all the way through my pitch. that I see with the fastballs, like I said before, is the kids closing their hips too early, okay, or not ever getting their hips opened up. So two of the most important things that we need to think about are making sure that we're landing at 3 o'clock and really pulling through into our front side with our toe, okay? One of the things that I recommend is that slowing things down and really breaking things down at the beginning to get a good foundation is the most important part of pitching, okay? Our foundation is everything. From pitch to pitch, nothing ever changes except for our grip on the ball and the way we finish, okay? We still have to stay on our power line. We're still pushing really hard, driving under our front side, creating a front side, landing at 3 o'clock. All of those things still stay the same. We're just spinning the ball different, okay? So our foundation is everything. If we cannot throw, and this is what I go over with all of my pitchers, I just said this to my daughter yesterday. She wanted to start learning another pitch. I said, when you can throw a fastball 8 out of 10 times for a strike and your changeup 8 out of 10 times for a strike, then we'll move on to another pitch, okay? And so I get lots of kids in that want to learn all these pitches. They're very young, but they have not solidified their foundation. Our foundation is everything. We have to be able to have good mechanics in our foundation to be able to throw those other pitches, okay? I hope that you've enjoyed our session today. If you have any questions about any of the things that we went through today or anything that we talked about, if you just comment in the comments below, that would be great. I can answer any of your questions. If you'd like to send me video so that I can analyze what you're doing, or you know, if you're not landing with your hips open, or if the ball's spinning different than you want it to, those hips are closing early. I mean, any of those things, if you want to just shoot me a video, shoot me a message, I can look at that, edit it, and send it back to you, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed what we went through today. Each week we'll be posting different things. So today was the fundamental of the fastball, okay? In a couple days we're gonna post the changeup, and then a couple days after that we will do curve and screw, and then rise and drop, okay? And we're gonna go through all those mechanics of all those pitches, just so you're familiar with it and have some things to work on at home, okay? Hope you guys are having a great week.